Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? I should be live. Let me double check to make sure. That would be a yes. We are indeed live. Awesome. Alright, hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to be, well, streaming Real War, which is a video game. This is not actual combat footage. However, this game is unique when it came out because, well, it was actually used as a training tool of sorts by the US military. That's not to say it's a hyper-realistic game. This is a commercial version. The original that is actually used as the training tool is technically classified, if I remember correctly, and it's understandably exceedingly difficult to get your hands on a historical Pentagon copy of this game, or military copy of this game. However, the commercial version exists. The main difference, from what I understand, by the way, is that it is the statistics or the stats for the different units is different in this compared to the original version. Published by Simon and Schuster back when they were making video games. I'll go ahead and let the intro play and then we can get into it.
Dawn of the 21st century, the United States military stands as the most powerful fighting force on the face of the earth. With uncontested dominance of land, sea, and air, the U.S. military has become a peacekeeping force responsible for dealing with crises around the globe. However, not all are pleased with this dominance, and a steady resentment is growing among terrorist groups. These once isolated groups are becoming organized, and a formidable military resistance is being created. Inspired by determined leaders, their main goal is to expel all American forces and influence from the Eastern Hemisphere. The stage is set for a new global conflict.
Solon the Lich says, Buenos tardes, Solon. So yeah, this game, it does actually give you the option to play as both the US and the ILA, which are the bad guys. By the way, this game came out all the way back in 2001. So this predates Command & Conquer Generals, so I'm not entirely sure that EA ripped off these guys when they made the GLA, but there's enough similarities there that I'm not going to completely dismiss it. James Knighton said, so the 40k community is in freefall because some called Nazi problem. Yeah, yes, I heard about that. Someone in Spain decided to dress up in a certain forbidden fashion, and yeah. Anyways, so I did hear about that. Amusingly, apparently some people forfeited their matches to the dude, so he ended up... I have to actually wonder if that wasn't actually an intent to try to get a few free wins. James Lighton says, before you ask, no, it never had this problem. Yeah, you're right. So I think, like I said, what might be going on, I wouldn't be surprised, although I can't really confirm it, is... You know how Pokemon every now and then you see Pokemon players who had a hygiene problem and it became such an issue that they had to add in rule books that you had to bathe every now and then just to be able to play in tournament because they were deliberately making themselves unpleasant. I have to wonder if that's not a similar situation here, but it could be just someone trolling as well, admittedly. Still, like I said, some people forfeited to this dude, so he actually got further than he should have, so... Anyways. Oh yeah, by the way, this game is also notable for one of the people that...
A new era is upon us. Gone are the days of the Cold War and opposing superpowers. A new threat is emerging. Terrorism and regional conflicts are becoming our immediate priority. These escalating conflicts are compromising our reputation and effectiveness as the world's peacekeeper. The U.S. military is losing respect, and as a nation, we are losing the battle of world opinion. We must eliminate this growing terrorist threat by seeking out and destroying their centers of operation. Our reputation is on the line. After months of maneuvers, our forces are finally getting a chance for some R&R on an island in the Pacific. We need to support naval assets with a supply facility and install extra power generators for land resources. A sea supply facility needs to be built here. 2 power generators should be installed in this area. Security needs to be on alert in all areas, with special attention given to these specific regions.
James Knighton says, is that R. Lee Ermey? Yes, it is. That was actually something I was going to surprise everyone with, but yes. Our Gunny Sergeant Lee Ermey is in the game, narrating the U.S. campaign, which is beautiful. All right, so
Let's go. Saddle up.
Go ahead, order a supply depot, which is how you get supplies in this game. And you need power generators to get power. Now, we have some tanks and recon. We're going to deploy them here. I want to concentrate my forces, because otherwise we will be attacked pretty soon.
Ready and wait.
Oh, we have attacks. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, sir. Moving to checkpoint. Engaging.
Alright, so we've managed to get into position here.
Coordinates received.
Still getting messed up pretty good, admittedly, but...
Infantry ready. Roger that. Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Yes, sir. Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Coordinates received. Confirmed. Hostile identified. Hostile identified. Coordinates received. Infantry ready.
Alright, try getting these guys into position.
Engaging. Objective confirmed. Coordinates received.
This first mission is actually a little bit more brutal than the other ones, so... Because, of course, it's supposed to be this massive ambush and that you're in the disadvantage, but still. Chromostone Collector says he sounds like the instructor in Full Metal Jacket. That is because he unironically is the drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket. It's the same actor. Okay. Solon says, sounds like Mr. Ermey, God bless his soul. It is indeed, like I said. Lions Heyman says, hello, is this World War II game? No, it is a modern era game that came out in 2001. September of 2001 is about the U.S. fighting a global war against terrorism. Really.
Coordinates received. Hostile identified. Armor ready. Moving to checkpoint. Steel on target. 1 KIA. Hostile identified. Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Roger Wilco. Roger Wilco.
Deleted.
Hoorah!
There we go. First mission beat. That one was a tough one, admittedly, or, yeah. For whatever reason, the first mission in this is especially casualty heavy always, for just because of how it plays, but we'll go to the next mission. That one is easier.
For several months now, the U.S. has been involved in a humanitarian operation in Northern Europe. We've been providing food, clothing, and other essentials to the local civilian population. It's been politically unstable in the area for quite some time, and the situation is getting worse. The local government has informed us that hostile forces are threatening to shut the operation down. We've sent a force to the area to prevent this from happening. It is our responsibility to oversee the care and distribution of the aid, which is being stored at a school campus, here. Intelligence has reported a buildup of hostile forces in this region. There may be an attempt to disrupt our distribution operation at any time. This bridge is a key access point for enemy forces. Our forces should defend the area and destroy the bridge if necessary.
So, protect the school, destroy the bridge if necessary, although that's usually recommended in my opinion, and take out the enemy base. Simple enough.
Saddle up, boys. Let's move it out.
Armor ready.
But yeah, like I said, this, amusingly enough, was originally a military training tool. I am not kidding. That is actually true, though. I can capture this thing potentially for some more supplies if we really want.
Awaiting orders.
And I think I shall.
Moving to checkpoint.
All right, we'll go ahead and destroy the bridge just because.
Armor ready.
Now we do have the option of going to the other bridge, and we can also build pontoon bridges, which we will do. Wait, that might be another bridge over there. Anyways, Cheeky Breaky says, "Sup, Ace in chat. Hope you're having a good day." We are indeed. Playing some Real War, which is a video game that was originally a training tool for the U.S. military.
Armor ready. Moving to checkpoint.
Okay, it looks like that bridge doesn't have any way to get to that through there, so that's good news for us. Need to wait until I can get a vehicle depot up and running. That would be lovely. Then I can, or vehicle yard. Then I can start producing vehicles. Oh, that's a problem. That's a definite problem.
Roger that.
Lions Amon said, or no, Lions Amon says, "What do you think about the people who are saying Kyle should have gone to prison for his crime?" I think it's ridiculous, personally, but that's me. Like, the arguments I've heard trying to say he should have gone to jail are... So they've made it to the school and have captured one of the points there. Let's retake that point and delete the tank that's there. Well, it's a light tank, or technically it's a BMP, but it's classified... Oh, so it is actually classified as an APC. Okay. Technically it's an IFV, but... That, however, is an artillery piece. Or that's what it says.
Unit ready. Hostile identified.
Awaiting orders.
School protected. Now, let's move our vehicles back into position, and then we can simply repair our vehicles using this thing right here once they're stationary. And this thing can also heal your buildings, so that is an especially useful little tool.
Armor ready.
Warning. Supplies are low.
Alright. Now, let's see some of the comments here. Says, Chromosome Collector says, I've heard the Kabul mission is really hard. Oof. Lions Heyman says yes. James Knight says, Kyle shot those men in self-defense. Yes. What's amusing is the people that are trying to make the argument that there's no such thing as valid self-defense, which is one of the most insane arguments I've heard in a while. Okay, let's fall back. Let's not destroy this bridge, because we kind of need to do a counterattack eventually. Okay, so tank deleted.
Roger
Oh,
that.
another light tank. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and deal with this one. The controls in this game are a little bit different from modern RTSs. For one thing, it's a left click, so like Red Alert 2, for example, and also, instead of shift to add units, it is control to add units. So some really weird shenanigans going on there. Also, you have unit caps per unit, so Chromosome Collector says, is this game on GOG? No, I have a physical copy. That said, it does run reasonably a lot better than I was expecting, I will admit that. So I can actually build attack helicopters, my favorite gender.
Alpha checkpoint confirmed.
There we go. We have ooh, they actually have some anti-air units. Alright, let's go ahead, move into position, and delete some of those. I know I should be able to build bunkers. Oh, I can build bridges. Okay.
Awaiting order. Alpha checkpoint confirmed.
There we go.
Alpha checkpoint confirmed.
Lions Heyman says, I think that those people are following the Jedi rules of if it shoots you, you must not kill it. Yeah, that seems to be what's going on. In fact, I really think that Kevin Scott put that in just because of the trial, because Chromosome Collector asks, if you don't mind me asking where you can get it. Well, I bought, like I said, a physical copy. Oop. These guys are gonna slip past us if we're not careful, so let's instead bring out the helicopters.
Awaiting orders.
Group 2.
Warning. Supplies are low.
That's okay, if I can delete some of these dudes, we should be fine.
Coordinates received.
It's not enough damage. I'm pretty sure there's at least 3 points there that they have to capture in order to take it, so if we destroy all 3 of them, we should be good. Or if we destroy all any... They need at least 3 units, basically, to take it proper, so... That reminds me, now's a good opportunity for me to build a barracks and actually capture this point, just for the sake of it. Alright. Seems to be working.
Roger. Ready and waiting.
Objective secured.
And we seem to be going. Chromosome Collector says, right, off to eBay I go. Yes, that is the best bet to pick it up, eBay or Amazon. I've also found the historical Pentagon version every now and then, but it's something like $10,000 or usually something like that to get the original classified version. So these things are pretty penny. Oh, in there. And plus, don't do that. Or I'm pretty sure I have to legally say, just to be safe, don't do that anyways. Now that we actually have some money. And we accidentally hit one of our own. That's a problem.
Roger that. Steel on target.
Now they can't really do a whole lot there without the air center. We take out the vehicle yard, and that will be great news for us. Oh.
Steel on target. Objective secured. Hostile identified.
Once the tanks are down, the AA guns are down, we can now move on to the enemy base with our helicopters, and that should be able to delete those pretty good.
Objective secured. Roger that.
Ermey says no war game is complete without the weather control option. You do actually get that in the form of tactical nukes. Makes the local temperature really skyrocket.
Objective secured. Steel on target. Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Roger that.
Okay, so we have a lot of APCs here to deal with.
Objective secured. Steel on target. Roger that.
But what I really need to focus on is the rest of the AA units so we can send in the air support.
Moving to checkpoint. Coordinates received. Alpha checkpoint.
Time to fall back. Alright, now we can go ahead, start re-equipping my little army here. But yes, the Americans did use this as a training tool. I'm not sure how effective it was. I'm not imagining very, but they did use it. They also used a few other games like Full Spectrum Warrior as training tools. But like I said, the official version, the stats are actually modeled off of the actual weapon system, so... Whereas this, they gamified it. Barmy says, nice, can't wait for nuclear winter. You won't have to wait long. Alright. What's this? Ah.
Ready and waiting.
That might have been the last of them, but we shall see.
Hoorah!
There we go. See, that mission went a lot easier for us now that we actually were able to get a proper footing.
One of our covert operatives has reported the source of the recent attacks. We now believe that these attacks emanated from a terrorist training camp located in the Middle East. Apparently, they are conducting a large construction operation in the area. Intelligence reports indicate that the plant is designed to produce chemical weapons. We must intervene and eliminate this plant before it becomes operational. Movements of troops and equipment have been reported in this area. Current forces are limited to sea assets for this mission. Cruise missiles have been authorized for precision attack. You must avoid any collateral damage to surrounding civilian buildings.
Let me just check something here. When exactly in 2001? I think it was September, but let me check. But I want to get the exact release dates just for context for when this game came out. Come on. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and just... because the other computer is not really cooperating on that, apparently for some odd reason. Oh, wait, here we go. September 27th is when this game came out. Okay. There we go. Sorry. September 27th, 2001.
Boys, let's move it out.
September 27th, 2001, this game came out. It had... yeah, in interesting time that it came out. Get a supply depot, which we will need. Now, in times where the game, there's not a whole lot that's going on, you will have Ermey screaming at you every now and then. Not really much I can do right now about that because I need more supplies and I also need to wait for the supplies to come in. But I do have a timer to finish this mission, but it's not a difficult mission, so...
Warning. Supplies are low.
Okay, here comes the first supply copter. Can get myself that. And then once we get ourselves a proper destroyer, we will then be able to move on to... okay, now can I upgrade this? Yes, I can. Perfect. Now we'll be able to actually get even more supplies faster from this because it'll actually send a supply ship rather than just some transport copters. You have the little power meter here to determine how much electricity you need. So like I said, this does take a lot of inspiration from games like Red Alert 2. That said...
let's get with the program! Hey, move it, move it, move it!
See what I mean? But anyways. So, like I said, the whole idea though, back when this game did come out, it wasn't really that popular. It did do well enough to get a sequel, but apparently the critics hated it at the time, saying it was too much like other games. Which is kind of true given the context, but compared to now, it actually sticks out a little bit more. Sonic Killer says, I thought the title said Spicy War, not Real War. Okay, we got ourselves our destroyer. I can build myself a few cruise missiles, and we can use those to delete the enemy position and beat the mission. This is a really simple, really easy mission, and you can also get an aircraft carrier and use it to spawn aircraft and all that good stuff. Although not really necessary, just send the destroyer with the cruise missiles of doom and just have at it.
Report! Give me a report! What just happened out there?
Sir! Yes, sir! We've just gotten confirmation that there has been a nuclear detonation. I repeat, there has been a nuclear detonation.
Now, you might think this is a game over, but it's not. It's actually supposed to lose. Ismail says, oh shit, it's this game. I've been trying to find this game for ages. Yeah, you can only really find legitimate copies online used these days, but you're correct, though. It is a tough one to find.
Our last mission resulted in a nuclear incident. What we suspected to be a chemical weapons plant turned out to be a nuclear booby trap. World leaders are blaming the United States for nuclear aggression. We were set up. Intelligence recently learned the identity of the group responsible for this and other recent incidents. They are known as the Independent Liberation Army. Pledges of support from other nations are bringing new financial and military backing to the ILA, and they are becoming a serious threat to world security. With this information, the importance of our next mission cannot be stressed enough. We know the ILA has its eyes on a uranium mine in northern Asia. We cannot allow the mine to fall under enemy control. We're sending our forces to occupy the mine and its surrounding area before the ILA can gain access. Here is the initial point of insertion for our forces. We've had intelligence reports of ILA forces in this area. We're going to be here for a while. So, once the mine is under our control, plan on constructing a base in this area.
All right.
Semper Fi, do or die, gung ho, gung ho, gung ho!
All right, we'll go ahead and build that. Good to try to build your buildings as close, your supply depots as close to the edge as possible. So that's always lovely. Barney says, already more realistic than Battlefield 2042. Yes, sadly.
Let's get with the program. Fight! Move it, move it, move it!
Well, right now I need to wait till more supplies come in, although I could build another generator. Anyways. James Knight says, odd, I've been checking other videos, the dislike button doesn't show on other vids, but yours has one. Yeah, I've noticed that. I think, although I've noticed, I think what may be going on is if you're not subscribed to the channel, you can't see it, but if you are subscribed, then you can see it. I think that's the way it is working. I think that's how YouTube has decided to censor the dislike, is if you're not subscribed, you can't see it. But if you are subscribed, you can see it. Because I've actually checked my videos using stuff that's not subscribed to, and yeah, as a rule, it appears to be the way it works is if you're not subscribed, you can't see it, but if you are, you can. Chromosome says, implying Battlefield 2042 is anywhere close to being realistic. Point. I mean, you're correct. Although the thing is, EA and DICE did try to market the Battlefield franchise as being more realistic than its competitors, namely Call of Duty, which... I mean, that's a really low bar to set. Alright, so we're going to need proper tanks and helicopters to defeat the rush that is coming. Get another supply depot and then... Now we can get more supply depots once we get a proper... Once we get the other centers set up and running. Kinda should build a barracks just for the sake of it, even though it's... I'm not going to be using much infantry, but I am going to be... Infantry is kind of... has the issue of being able to be run over, which is not good for your health. Okay, so hopefully I can start building some light armor. That's going to be my first plan here. Once the barracks is up, I can then build the Land Strategy Center, which means I can then upgrade the supply depots, because the supply depots actually have an upgrade tree. James Knighton says, no, that's the funny thing I have subbed to, but still doesn't show. Now it's getting interesting, because if you've subscribed to other channels and they're still having the issue, that suggests something else is going on altogether, and YouTube is just picking favorites. But again, I've seen it where my videos have had the dislike not show for people that aren't subbed, so I don't know what's going on in that case. Now, if we want, we can actually start getting some satellites, and that will help us go a long way to reconning everything. Priority number one, though, is trying to get our supplies up and running fast enough. Come on. Now, we are running a little low on power. Hopefully I can get that settled as soon as I get the buildings here up and running, and then I can start getting my little army together. Cap for the power generators is high enough that we should be good for a little bit. Satellites are pretty expensive, but I don't think they can actually be targeted by anything. Now that we've got the supply depots up, we can now... It'll cause 2 helicopters to spawn instead of just one, so we can now start getting our army ready to go. We got light anti-air and light armor. I'm going to try getting some light armor now. And the supplies are already coming in much faster. Got enough for a spare generator. Alright, now we can go ahead and build ourselves an air command center. I think we should have the numbers necessary to fight off an attack if it should come, but it's gonna still be pretty ugly. Potentially, if we're not playing our cards right. Air Command Center is going to allow us to build attack helicopters, of course, and is going to give me access to the airfield, which has all kinds of upgrades, as well as, most importantly, another supply depot that we can upgrade.
Awaiting order. Checkpoint confirmed.
Oh wait, it's actually giving us 3 helicopters. That's interesting. I didn't know it gave us 3 helicopters. Okay. Here comes the attacks.
Awaiting orders. Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Roger that.
Okay, I need anti-air.
Yes, sir. Moving to checkpoint. Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Armor ready.
There we go, we got him.
Moving to checkpoint.
Now, I don't believe I have a repair, so we will go ahead and... Ooh, here comes the attacks.
Yes, sir. Coordinates received.
Yeetus deletus.
Steel on target. Steel on target. Roger, Wilco.
Oh, some tanks, that's going to be a problem.
Armor ready. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
MRLS, gotta take that out.
Objective secured. Roger that. Roger that. Objective secure. Roger that. Roger Wilco.
All right, we got him.
Moving to checkpoint.
Losses appear to be pretty heavy though, so. They take out the. I think they took out the. Darn it, they did.
Awaiting orders.
We might actually have a little bit of a problem in this. I think they actually might have us on this one.
Steel on target.
Alright, we need some fighter support.
Awaiting orders. Hostile identified. Roger Wilco. Orders. Cleared to fire. Armor ready. Armor ready.
And he's gone. You can do it, Bert. I believe in you. Okay. Okay, so they did appear to have taken out one of the supply depots. We will need to repair that. And just upgrade our airfield a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Our little plan seems to be... We seem to be holding the line.
Objective secure.
Roger that.
Though we are losing some stuff again from...
Awaiting orders. Target confirmed. Standing by.
Oh, that can't go. That can't be allowed. Come on, repair it, repair it, repair it.
Awaiting orders. Cleared to fire.
Alright, we've done it. We've held the line yet again.
Hostile identified. Ready in. Hostile identified. Steel on target.
There we go.
Awaiting orders. Roger that. Steel on target.
Alright, now let's go ahead and build ourselves a satellite. Let's upgrade that so we can get our supplies back up to snuff. And let's build some generators to repair the damage done. Oh, here we go.
Roger that. Objective secured.
Can the artillery please not destroy my own
Awaiting
stuff?
Hostile identified. Objective secured.
Okay. What I need is more tanks, clearly.
Awaiting order. Hostile identified.
Okay, our little plan seems to be working, but still...
Armor ready. Armor ready.
Okay, there we go.
Point confirmed.
Awaiting orders. Roger.
Armor ready.
That seems to be working. Good.
Armor ready. Roger that. Steel on target.
Okay, now that that's all dealt with, we can finally... I don't know, I can build a carpet bomber, which would be lovely. That's an interesting quirk.
Awaiting
Okay.
orders.
I think we're now in a position where we can actually start sending some forces in to advance and just start deleting stuff. Next, though, we need this.
Awaiting orders.
Build ourselves some defense bunkers just to...
Objective secured.
There we go.
Awaiting orders.
Alright. Ishmael says that airfield is hilariously massive. Yes. Therefore, that said, it is fitting for... Well, it is an airfield, so those things are pretty big anyways. Alright, now we can go ahead and start...
Objective secured. Steel on target. Moving to checkpoint. Steel on target.
Oh, you have to load these. Yeah, I forgot. Alright, let's start... No, don't report.
Yes, sir. Alpha checkpoint confirmed.
Okay, do I have my barracks still? I don't think I do, but... Nope, so let's go ahead and build that. We'll upgrade it so we can actually start getting
Armor
some
ready. Hostile identified.
decent
Objective secured.
stuff in here. And now... An MRLS, that's a problem.
Steel on target.
And that's a problem that has been deleted. Okay.
Objective secured.
Really, game?
Roger that.
Okay, now. Let's see how many of these can be fitted in each bunker, and then we will simply
Infantry ready. Yes, sir. Hostile identified.
So, rockets are exceedingly effective against enemy units. Good to know. And there we go there.
Armor ready. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Alright, now we can go ahead and start
Armor ready.
making an advance.
Awaiting orders.
Looks like we can load these up 5 min apiece, which is perfect. Means I can start just covering this here with so many dudes that they're not going to be able to get through.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Alpha checkpoint confirmed.
Let's see how many planes it takes to shoot that bridge into oblivion. I mean, it is a bridge, so probably not just... We did lose a few there, but the bridge is out, so they're not just going to be able to... So we did lose the planes, okay. Upgrade that, finally, and now we will pick something different. Guessing some bombers. And maybe some stealth planes, because why not? Alright. Our plan does seem to actually be starting to bear fruit, though, so that's something.
Awaiting orders.
Now I don't have to worry about a constant swarm of stuff coming at us, so...
Checkpoint confirmed. Steel on target.
Now we can go ahead.
Roger, Wilco.
Look at all these sad vehicles that are upset they're not going to be able to wreck my base. The game does actually have a veteran system, though, which is nice.
Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Coordinates received.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is...
Alpha checkpoint confirmed.
They built a pontoon bridge.
Moving to check that.
I'm going to secure it, and then I'm going to go ahead and
Roger, Wilco.
try moving away from it as soon as we got... Alright, here comes...
Hostile identified. Moving to checkpoint.
Alright, I don't think they've got any other bridges that they've built up, so we can go ahead, start building more tanks, and start getting them into position. And we're getting even more supply now, thanks to our use of the upgraded supply system, because now we get an entire cargo plane flying in supplies. How did these guys get past?
Yes, sir. Moving to checkpoint. Armor
Okay,
ready.
that's obvious a problem there, so we'll deal with that.
Armor ready.
Oh, that works. Okay, now I can hopefully try building a spy satellite and we can just use it to do our recon. Oh, they're now getting more stuff over.
Armor ready. Moving to checkpoint. Hostile identified. Coordinates received. Alpha checkpoint confirmed.
Yes, sir. Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Infantry ready.
Alright, we now have enough to buy ourselves a spy satellite, which should be able to spot stuff without having to be shot at.
Yes, sir.
So that's good. Once it's ready, we will be able to just scout everywhere we need and not have to worry about using tanks or other slow stuff to take out all the anti-air positions that they've got.
Roger that.
That looks like a problem in the making. So they've either got another bridge or just patrolling, but
Roger Wilco.
they do have another bridge. That is lovely.
Moving to checkpoint.
Okay, so I do have that position now at least dealt with, so now I don't have to worry about it. Cheeky Breeky says, missions that you're supposed to lose are such BS. I've restarted enough of those by accident because I thought I screwed up. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean on that one. Okay, so they were able to get a tank through, a light tank.
Awaiting orders. Armor ready. Roger Wilco.
My plan is to deal with the enemy AA positions first, and then I'll be able to move in with my air support and just take out everything that is in position. Now, is the spy satellite ready? Perfect. Should be impervious to enemy air, which means we can just simply sit it right over where we need, spot whatever we need, and we should be good.
Moving to target. Roger Wilco.
Now, the objective in this does include destroying all the enemy units, so this includes the enemy AA building, so good thing that I'm doing that.
Armor ready.
It's over here. Another one.
Identified. Moving to checkpoint.
Light tank, light tank.
Yes, sir. Hostile identified. Moving to checkpoint. Hostile identified.
So I think that is the end of their AA once I take out this last position. Then I can just start the swarm of bombers just coming to wreck everything. Assuming they don't have any AA guns or any nonsense like that. Oh, there's another one. And another one. Okay. So I'll admit, I was wrong about that. It looks like they have a lot more in the way of anti-air defense. And they also have helicopters, so we better stay clear of those.
Armor ready.
Okay, what do we have to deal with? We do have enemy AA. We do have enemy helicopters. Proper response is to drive back there, get myself some proper anti-air, and some tanks. The anti-air is actually good enough that it can fight stuff, so... Oh, there is another anti-air in here, too. And there, and there. Okay. And there. I don't see any of the proper these things after this one, so...
Alpha checkpoint confirmed. Roger that.
Good.
Objective secured. Steel on target. Objective secured.
And our armored force is coming in full force to delete everything that they've got.
Awaiting orders. Ready and waiting. Ready and
Okay, let's try seeing if my stealth fighters can actually do something about those enemy AA. If they can, then that would be lovely. Okay, I'm gonna pick you. We deal with that, and if it works, then that means we have a way to just kill these guys without repercussions, and then you're going.
Roger that. Roger that. Hostile identified.
We have enough anti-air now as well to boot that we should be good anyways. Okay, moment of truth. He does not see us. They do have some attack helicopters of their own, and a supply depot, barracks. Where's their vehicles coming from, though? That's where I really need to know. There. Okay. So we make a push for that, and we got the entire base, pretty much.
Roger Wilco. Hostile identified.
Hello!
Objective secured. Roger Wilco. Hostile identified. Objective secured. Roger that. Roger Wilco. Coordinates received. Objective secured. Roger that. Yes, sir. Objective secured.
They really like their AA guns. And now that they're gone, I can now order my entire Air Force into the fray. Oh, there's a tank over here. Okay.
Awaiting orders. Moving to checkpoint. Armor ready. Moving to checkpoint. Steel on target. Yes, sir. Steel on target. Objective secured. Move away.
Standing by. Awaiting orders. Roger that.
No, no, let's... There we go. I think that's everything. Now I think last thing I need to do is actually start building a base in the area, so I'll just build that. So I'm pretty sure unless... There we go. Tanks have been released. The enemy has been mostly, if not entirely, deleted at this point, and we have a base. So unless I'm missing something, we've pretty much beaten the mission at this stage.
Awaiting orders. Roger.
Armor
Oh.
ready.
Okay, simple enough. Let's see if that does it.
Hoorah!
There we go. That's all it was. Alright. So we've beaten the first, what, 4 or 5 missions. Did pretty well. I think that's a good stopping point. I'll see what the next mission has in store for us.
Intelligence has informed us of an ILA plan to launch a newly developed chemical weapon from an island in the Pacific. We believe the weapon is close to operational, and the launch could occur at any time. Reconnaissance indicates that there are 2 missile launchers in the area.
Alright, so I think we'll do that the next mission, but I do think, yeah, you got a good idea of what the game looks and plays like, and I do actually like it. I know it's not a great game per se, and I know that it's got flaws to it, absolutely. But I do think it's actually a little bit underrated. The game had a bad rep when it came out, but now that everything's become more samey, this thing, it really shows you that this was considered a Red Alert 2 clone, when it does actually do some things different. Whereas games are supposed to be completely different now, like Call of Duty and Battlefield are supposed to be completely different, and yet they play a lot more like each other than this played like Red Alert 2. But yeah, Cheeky Bree says, thank you for the stream, Ace. You're welcome. Glad you enjoyed it, Cheeky Breeky. But yeah, this has been Ace. I hope to see you guys again soon.